you doing today? My name is Davone Bess, and I'm a professional football player at the wide receiver position. Today we're going to talk about proper stance and lining up at being a wide receiver. When you're lined up in your ready, proper football position at the wide receiver spot, you want to make sure you look at the referee, which is going to tell you if you're on the ball or off the ball. You won't want to be lined up and then be called for being offsides. That's going to set your team up for nothing but failure. It's a minus play, a negative play, and quite frankly, you're not going to be able to help your team with it. So just be aware and be alert of where the football is. If the ball is right here on this white line, I'm going to make sure my front foot that I'm leading off with is just behind the tip of the ball. That way I'm not offsides, and I can go out and make a productive play without giving my team a penalty. The key thing to being a proper technique and being in position to run a route is your footwork, your stance, and knowing where the ball is. So if the ball is inside to you, you want to always make sure your right foot is back. You want to be in a balanced football stance position, not really leaning over your toes, not really laying back on your heels. You want to be proper upright position, hands up, and ready for whatever's coming at you. Number one, you want to always keep your eyes up and your head on your opponent. From that, me personally, I go from my opponent back and forth to the football, because you get some good DBs that want to play mind games with you. They want to bag up off you. And then right when you turn your eyes in at the football, they want to come up and jam you up and put you against the line of scrimmage, which is a lose-lose situation for you, because you're throwing off the rhythm of the timing from your quarterback. You're not getting out on your route on time, and it's just a disaster. So we want to talk about being in a proper balanced position. You want to have both feet squared and really upright, ready to rock and roll and explode right off the line of scrimmage. Now, if you got press, obviously you want to widen your stance a little bit more to have a little bit more balance and more leeway to get ready to give your guy a move left or right. So like I said before, you want to make sure you're in a nice, balanced, upright position, eyes up, hands up, ready to attack your defender. Now, if the defender is playing off, there's a good chance there's some type of zone. You know, there could be a man, but 9 times out of 10, most guys, they're going to be playing. If they're playing 12 yards off, there's a good possibility there's a zone technique. So if you know it's zone and they're just playing off, you want to make sure, you're in the upright position and you're exploding off both of your feet, not giving a false step. What I mean by false step, you get a lot of young receivers that really don't have the experience. They tend to before they take off, they want to hop back before they run their route, which messes up your chemistry, your timing with the quarterback, and just your route itself. So what you want to focus on is exploding off both of your feet. That way there's no wasted movement. All the energy, everything you're doing goes from the bottom of both of your feet straight into the route, which looks like this. So from that case, we want to make sure we're in a nice balanced football position. That's the key to everything. Every position, whether it's a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, offensive lineman, you have to be in the balanced football ready position. All right, from that point, now we're going to talk about the release from a press. Now let's say the defender is up in my face and he's playing me bump and run, which means he's not letting me off the line of scrimmage. You want to make sure your stance is a little bit more wider. That way you have a little bit more leeway and a little bit more leverage and balance to elude him. So from that point, I'm going to walk up to him, I'm going to chatter my feet, I'm going to take him in with my head and eyes, swim back this way, and reach over the top and stack my stem and stay on a straight line to make sure that he doesn't cut me off. Now, you get good DBs that's not going to let you do what you think you're going to do. So from this point, you have to be very, very patient. Even myself, to this day, I have to remind myself to be patient, because, I get out there and be really antsy and want to make a big play so bad, I end up being impatient and it just messes the whole route up. So the key to beating press man-to-man is being in a proper football stance, ready and balanced, and being patient. And patience will pretty much set you free. So you want to make sure you get up to him, chatter your feet, give him one move with your head and your eyes, and then bring it back, rip him, and get over the top, and make sure you keep the straight line and win the leverage over your defender. So in a nutshell, to sum everything up, we talked about being in a proper ready football stance versus the press position when the defender is in your face and is not going to let you off the line of scrimmage. And then we talked about how if they want to play off and access, you want to make sure you're exploding off both feet, not just the one back foot and false stepping and not making sure you're over your feet. You want to make sure you're keying the ball back to the defender. Like I said before, you get some good DBs that'll play mind games with you. They'll play off and they see you, as soon as they see you look at the football, they're going to run up and try to jam you and take you off the line of scrimmage, which is, pretty much set you up for failure. Again, I'm Davone Bess, and that's how you get down in the proper football wide receiver stance.